Hey, good morning. Got a great project today. It is early November and we're having extraordinarily nice weather. It's actually going to be in the mid to upper 60s today. And we got to get some heat in this cabin behind me here. So I'm going to be installing a wood stove through the roof. Haven't done this before. So I hope you'll join us, check it out, and we'll see how it goes. So this is the stove. It's an Aspen C3 by Vermont Castings. And it's fully automated. Automatic damper. It's the newest technology, so pretty excited to get it hooked up. Now you'll see I've got Type 2 stove board down underneath the stove. That's manufacturer specs. And these new stoves are pretty unique as far as the modern technology and the clearances. Now, the manufacturer says the minimum distance in a corner install, the corners have to be 3 inches from any combustible materials. And I've got about 5.5 inches from both corners. And additionally, I'm going to go ahead and when we get this installed, I'm going to put 24 gauge sheet metal heat shield around here. And the manufacturer says with the 24 gauge sheet metal, you can actually reduce your clearances by up to 2/3. So technically, you would only need 1/3 clearance. Again, you'd only need 1 inch clearance. I'm going to have 5.5 inch clearance, so we should be good there. And then with double wall stovepipe, the manufacturer says you have to be at least 6 inches from any combustible materials. I'm going to be a foot. So we should have plenty of clearance here, which will be great as we go ahead and get this set up. So I think we're in a good spot here. And we're going to put a Cathedral Box in and get the chimney outside mounted down to double wall stovepipe and into the stove. So first thing I need to do is going to find out where that center point is. So that we can go ahead and get the hole centered above where the stovepipe is going to enter the stove. So let's go ahead and give that a shot. So I've got the stovepipe on. I've got it level here. Now we got to figure out where we got to enter the ceiling here. So I've gone ahead and identified a spot right up here. And if you could see, if I go ahead, once my little bolt there stops swinging, it's actually right in the middle of my stovepipe. All right, I've got my hole marked and there's no turning back now. Wish me luck. All right, so that was fun, but I got it open, got our square all ready to go for the Cathedral Box, which is going to fit in there. And now what I need to do is I need to cut the Cathedral Box at a 5/12 pitch, because that's the pitch of the roof, okay? And this cannot stick out above the roof because it's not going into a crawl space. It's going to have to be flush with the roof. I'm going to get that fitted, and then I'll cut my hole in the roof, get the Cathedral Box squared in, and we should be good to go. Okay, so I have the Cathedral Box cut, and it is a little scratched up. I had to do it outside because there's metal going everywhere. That was not a fun job. Here's a pro tip, and it's not for me because I am not a pro, but if you take a piece of cardboard, cut the cardboard to the 5/12 pitch or whatever the pitch is of your roof, then you got a template that you can use to cut your chimney box. And now I'm going to go ahead and put it up and let's see how it fits into the ceiling. That perfect. So this is going to have a trim ring that's going to go around it when I'm finished. I'll touch up some of the paint with some stove paint when it's in there as well too. So my next step now is I have to cut a hole in the metal roof, and then I'll come down from the top. And I'm lucky because there's actually some 1x6 on either side here that I'm going to be able to catch some screws into to help support this. And this is tongue and groove. It's pretty tight. So I don't think I need to do any other framing around here. This is really solid and should support our chimney on the roof pretty nice when I get it drilled in. I always wanted a skylight in the cabin, and now I got one. There's no going back now. So that's a pretty messy hole, and the reason it is my jigsaw broke. For some reason the blade will not stay in there. Every time it starts to vibrate, it falls out. So I had to use my tin snips to cut that hole. It's going to get covered up, but it's definitely got some sharp edges to it. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, hit like, because I need to buy myself a new jigsaw. And if you've seen the ladder I'm using, this was my wife's grandfather's ladder. And before that, I think it was his grandfather, so I could use a new ladder too. But hey, just kidding. Would love you to follow the channel. I'm going to go ahead and get up on the roof now. We're going to screw in the Cathedral Box, and then we're going to set the chimney on top of that. So the box looks good. I'm going to put the trim ring around it in just a second. It is super secure. I've got it drilled in about 8 places, so it is solid. And I've got my chimney all ready to go. Chimney cap, spark arrestor, and then on the bottom there, that is a rubber boot that's going to go and follow the contour of the metal roof. It's got Butol tape on the bottom, plus it's going to get screwed in and siliconed, so we should have a really nice, tight, watertight seal on the top. So I'm going to go ahead and get that in motion. All right, we're just finishing up outside here at dusk. The sun is just set behind us, and I think we have finished everything we need to finish on the outside here. There's our chimney. Got the chimney cap on and the spark arrestor. Got my supports on, and I don't think this is going to leak. Now, I put a storm collar on it just to keep the sun off of the silicone boot underneath, but underneath there is Butol tape. It is screwed down with probably 100 screws with washers, siliconed on top of that, which will dry clear. So I think we're in good shape here. I've got the supports up there. So we're going to go ahead now. It's getting dark out, and try and finish up inside. Okay, just got the trim ring in, and the chimney is all in, of course. Now I just got to put in my stovepipe, and I'm going to be using the Duravent double-walled pipe, and this is actually a sleeve that goes in the other pipe. It's adjustable, so you don't need to cut it. So let's just go ahead and get that in, and we're going to call it a night. All right, finished up. Took about 8 hours. One person, not too bad. It's a little too late to light it. I'm going to come back tomorrow and do that because I need to go home, and we'll see how it burns tomorrow. All right, good morning. We've got her fired up for the first fire. It's pretty cold outside. It's actually pretty cold inside. It's about 48 degrees in the cabin, about 65 outside. So we're had a little bit of a slower time getting a draft going this morning just because it was so warm outside. But fire is burning really, really nice now. And you can see the paint is burning off here a little bit. It's going to stink, so we're going to open up some windows today. But this is burning really nice. I mean, look at how nice that fire is so far. So this is great. We're going to get her nice and cooked today because it's a warm day. We can open up the windows, and we're going to burn off any of the paint and have all the off-gassing happen today while we can open the windows. We'll check back with you soon. All right, guys. So we did a little bit of a burn. We got Puppy Poo in here. She's checking out the cabin. Stove worked good. I think we burned off all the gases off the paint. We've just got some embers down there right now. And it's really nice. It's a very controlled burn with the automatic damper. It's a temperature controlled damper. So if you open the door up, it'll flame up. As soon as you close the door, it kind of ratchets it down and keeps it in a sweet spot. So it's always burning nice to kind of give you a longer burn. But everything worked out great. The heat shield worked out really great. The wall is cool as a cucumber. And the stovepipe, you could practically put your hand on it. So I think we're in good shape. So thanks for checking it out. We'll see how this does when it gets really cold out. And we'll see you up here next time on Hemlock Ridge.